Hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Network, Salesforce Developer Trigger Scenarios. So in this series, we are going to see next trigger scenario. So here we have to write a trigger to update user phone as soon as contact phone gets updated. So whenever contact phone is getting updated, then the user's phone is also getting modified. So first time when the contact is getting created, that phone number is not going to affect anything on the user, but whenever the particular contact is getting updated, then this new updated phone number will be going to update on the user's account phone number. So here one note is there. This trigger assumes that there is a relationship between user and contact. So there is a by default relationship with user and contact, that is lookup relationship. So whenever the contact phone is getting modified, then the user phone number is getting updated. So what will be the object? We have to write the trigger on object contact. We have to write the trigger as contact is getting updated or contact phone is getting updated. So object will be contact, and for which event? So it will be after. Why after? Whenever contact phone is getting updated. So contact phone is getting updated and it is going to store in the database. Then the user phone is going to be modified. So the event will be after update. And what will be the logic or condition in this trigger? So that will be update user phone as soon as contact phone is getting updated. So whenever contact phone is getting modified, then we have to update the user phone number. Trigger name, here we are taking update user phone. So we have to take the trigger name relevant to the trigger. So let's do this. So to do the practical, just log into our Salesforce account by providing the credentials, username and password, hit the login button. So before writing the trigger, let's first see the users. So expand users, click users. So here we are seeing there are two users in this org what we had created. So Salesforce network user, click on edit. So here we are seeing in the phone this is blank. Also coming back to the next user, user A. So click on edit. So here also phone is blank for user A. So now let's write the trigger. Click on setup, developer console, right click, open link in new tab. So to write the trigger, we need to click on file, new, apex trigger. So here we are going to provide the name update user phone. So on which object we have to write the trigger? So that we had seen in our PPT, that is on contact object we have to write the trigger. So select contact, hit the submit button. So by default we are getting trigger, trigger name, update user phone. On which object we are writing the trigger? On contact. Whenever the contact phone is getting modified, then user phone is going to be updated. So what will be the event for writing the trigger? So after updating the particular contact. After update, then in the next line I am going to use collection list of users to update equals new list of user. So what I am doing here, let's put in the comment. Here we are using list to store users that need to be updated. List to store users that need to be updated. Next I am going to write for contact con trigger.new. So what I am going to do here, contact old contact old contact equals trigger dot old map dot get contact id con dot id. Put the semicolon at the end. So here what I am doing, so let's put the comment here, iterating through the updated contacts. So iterate through the updated contacts. And here what I am doing, here getting the old contact record to compare the changes. So put in the comment, get the old contact record to compare changes. Next I am writing if con.phone contact.phone is not equals old contact, this one, dot phone and con dot owner id is not equals null. Then here I am writing user related user equals select id comma phone from user where id equals equals in con.owner id, and here I am putting the limit 1. So what we are doing here, checking if the phone number has changed and if the user ID is populated. So check if the phone number has changed and if the user ID is populated. And in this line we are querying the related user to update the phone number. Query the related user to update the phone number. So next I am going to write related user dot phone related user dot phone equals con dot phone contact dot phone, and so put into the comment like update the user's phone number. Next I am writing users to update, so this one dot add related user, this. So what we are doing here, add the user to the list for updating, the user to the list for updating. So next I am writing if users to update dot is empty, update users to update, put the semicolon. So it's done. So here we are performing the DML update for all affected users. Performing the DML update for all affected users. So save this. So what we are doing in this trigger, let's see once. Trigger update user phone, this is our trigger name, so it should be like relevant to our trigger. So here we are updating the user's phone when the contact phone is getting updated. So on contact object, so on which object we are writing the trigger? On contact object whenever the contact is getting modified. And what is the event we are going with? After update. So after contact phone is getting updated. So next we are writing list of users to update new list of users. So in this list we are storing users that need to be updated. Then for contact con trigger.new, so here iterating through the updated contacts. So next contact old contact equals trigger dot old map dot get contact dot id. So here we are using the context variable old map to store all the old contact records. So get the old contact records to compare changes. Next, if contact.phone is not equals old contact.phone, and also if contact.owner id is not equals to null, then so here what we are doing, checking if the phone number has changed and if the user id is populated. So user related user, we are creating the variable and here we are writing the query select id phone from user where id equals in contact owner id and limiting by 1. So here we are querying the related user to update the phone number. Next related user dot phone equals contact dot phone. So here we are updating the related user phone. So update the user's phone number. Users to update dot add related user we are passing. So here it is adding the users to the list for updating. So next we are writing if users to update is empty function. So then we are update users to update. Here we are performing the DML operation update for all affected users. So it's done. Save this trigger. So coming back to our org, and here we are going to search for contact. Click contacts. So here I am going to create a new contact, test trigger user phone update. So by this name I am going to create the contact. So whenever the contact is getting created, so suppose here I am taking the phone number like 7878784545 and clicking on save button. So this contact is created by the name test trigger user phone update. So if we are clicking on details, so the contact owner is Salesforce network and the contact name is test trigger user phone update, and here we had provided the phone number like 7878784545. So if I am opening this contact owner or this user, so let's see is it modified the phone number or not. So open link in new tab. So here we are seeing the details of this user. So mobile So phone is empty for this particular user Salesforce network. Why it is empty? Why it is not updated? Because it is insertion after creating the contact. It is not updation. So now I am going to update or modify this particular contact. So let's modify. So here at the place of 4545 I am providing 0000 and clicking on save button. So it is modified. So now our trigger will update the related user. So this user. So if I am coming here and refreshing this page, so here we are checking if user to update is empty. So here we have to check like if not users to update dot is empty, then update users to update. So save this. Again coming to our contact. So here I am going to modify once again. So let's refresh. So coming to details, editing this contact phone. So now I am providing 0000. Hit the save button. Now again coming to this user Salesforce network. So here it is opening. So now let's see here phone is getting updated to this user. So again if I am changing the phone number of this particular contact, then the related user with this contact is getting modified the phone number. So let's edit once again. I am putting here 56567878 and 90. So click save. So again just open this user Salesforce network. So here we are seeing the new phone is updated for this user as well. So whenever the contact phone is getting updated, the related user phone is getting modified. Also let's cross verify with another user. So I need to log in with second user. So click on setup. In the users, click users. So in this org there is a second user with user A. So let's click on this. So user A is having no phone number. So I need to log in with user A credentials. So let's log in with user A credentials with different browser. So I am going to take Edge browser. Login.salesforce.com. Here I need to provide the credentials of user A. So again here also I am going to create one contact. So click on contact. First I need to switch to Lightning experience. So searching for sales application. Sales app. So click on contact, click new to create a new contact. So here I am giving the name test trigger, and I am just going with the phone 9090909090. Hit the save button. So whenever a new contact is getting created by the phone number, so this phone is not going to update on the user A phone mobile, user A phone. Why? When we are creating a contact, on that we had not written the trigger. On the modification of contact record phone number, we had written the trigger. So again coming back, and here I am going to modify this particular contact record phone number. So at the end I am putting 1111 and clicking on save button. So now it should have to update the user A phone field. So let's verify. So now we are seeing that the phone is getting modified of the related user of that contact. So whenever we are creating the contact with a phone number for the first time, it is not going to update on the related contact. Whenever we are modifying that particular contact phone number, then in that case only this user's phone is getting modified. If all we need to modify when the contact phone is getting created at that time, then in the event we have to go with after insert as well. So it's done. Thank you.